Hello, my name is Mary Lassiter. I first met Benny L. Williams in 2005. We traveled together to South Carolina to study the Gullah people. There was a large group of us there, and in the evenings when we would talk about our day and what we had studied, we'd also get to know one another. And I fondly remember Benny telling us a story about when she was a young child, and her and other children would often go to Aunt Clay's house to sit on the front porch, learn about and sing the spirituals. From her book, My Song is My Testimony, I want to read from page 76 about Lift Every Voice and Sing. She says, during February's Black History Month celebrations, I would have my classes sing all 3 verses of Lift Every Voice and Sing, formerly called the Negro National Anthem, now the Black National Anthem. Penned as a poem by James Weldon Johnson, it was then set to music written by his brother, J. Rosamond Johnson, and the song was first performed publicly in 1900. An achievement of both Johnson brothers, the song has stood the test of time. However, I have often noticed at gatherings that only the first verse is sung, or sometimes the first and third verses. In the latter case, I think you must sing the second verse to understand the third verse. The first verse is upbeat, starting with, lift every voice and sing, till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. But a later line in the verse says, sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. The dark past signaling what is to come in the second verse, which I have included in its entirety below. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died. Yet with a steady beat, have not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers sighed? We have come over a way that with tears has been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered, out from the gloomy past, till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. The line that stands out most to me is, felt in the day when hope unborn had died, because it sounds like despair, yet they kept going. When the third verse is sung, typically the tempo is slowed and the volume lowered in preparation for its opening lines. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus far on our way, thou who hast by thy might led us into the light, keep us forever in the path, we pray. This last verse opens with our debt to the God who brought us through that which cost so many their lives, and a later line in the verse cautions us not to lose sight of the debt, lest our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee. I think we are so vulnerable to that last line, which I heard preached a lot when I was at Bishop College. I feel we first must go down that stony road in the second verse through a way that with tears has been watered, treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered. To understand the prayer of gratitude to the God that brought us through in the last verse, that is why I would teach my students every verse of Lift Every Voice and Sing.